Welcome to a very cold and extremely windy part 1 of We Are Building a Greenhouse out of reclaimed materials, old windows and such. Just raise your hand if you are someone who thinks that the Dutch weather is amazing. We already had a greenhouse in this garden. It was a nice greenhouse to have. I grew a lot of things in it. It was a tiny little greenhouse. It was also not the most beautiful little greenhouse. It was just a simple little thing. And I always had this dream to build something a little bit bigger, a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more fitting for a farmhouse style garden, and something a little bit more whimsical, I guess. The first thing that you need to do if you want to build something is, of course, you need to create space. That's a sad looking situation. I am going to make you a quick little drawing because I want to show you the difference between the old greenhouse, the footprint and the shape of the old greenhouse and the new one that we are going to build. Let's just say that this is the part of the garden where the old greenhouse was. We have pathway over here, pathway over here, and then on that side over there is the water and gravel. The old greenhouse was somewhat like this. We had a little bit of space over here between the greenhouse and the pathway, and also the same thing on the front. What we are planning to do now is take this space, add it to the new greenhouse, take this space, add it to the new greenhouse, and then over here, I'm running out of space a little bit, but I am going to try to squeeze it in. Over here we are going to build out a little bit. I think this little bump out, let's just call it a bump out, is actually going to be a little bit bigger. I think it is going to be a little bit longer and it is going to come out a little bit more. But this is just to give you a little bit of an idea of what we are planning to do. The wind is picking up. I'm freezing out here. I think I need to consider going somewhere else. Timber! And here we are, you guys. I don't want to be outside anymore right now. The weather is just getting worse and worse. The wind is so bad. It blew over my camera. It almost blew over me. It is extremely cold. And also, I don't know if you can tell, but I am extremely tired. Yesterday was a crazy day. This is just the unpredictable weather of the Netherlands. There's nothing I can do about it except for just talking you guys through all of the footage that I filmed yesterday. Oh honey, what are you trying to do? Do you think that you can dig up the ivy? Or do you think that the ivy is going to dig you up?
I think I'm going to dig the ivy up.
No, I think you are mistaken greatly.
Is it too soon for concrete?
You concrete me and I concrete you and I concrete the turkey? Ivy. Don't you think that you should help me? Huh? Something that we definitely want to use in the build of this greenhouse are these beautiful old French windows. We have 2 sets of these and they are actually so big that we are planning to use them as doors instead of as windows. Right now we are trying to figure out the exact size of the greenhouse. We need to know how long every single wall is going to be before we can pour the concrete floor. We have done a whole lot of digging. Over here we still need to dig a little bit more because here, over here, is where we are going to build out a little bit. I want to have a workspace or a work table in here, over here. And then somewhere in there, we have 2 windows that are a half moon together. I would like to use these windows in a little, how are we going to call it? The bump out of the greenhouse. The question is, how are we going to get there? Yeah, I see them. Can you remember this one?
Yes, I remember.
So many beautiful, and a fireplace. We also have a fireplace. Do we want a fireplace in the greenhouse?
Of course.
Ooh. I found this fireplace in the trash in Amsterdam. This one is also very cute. A little... Can you guys see it? Little barn window. This is maybe very nice for the side of the little bump out. Or you need this for something else.
A window here somewhere.
Yeah, but we can always find another one.
Oh.
Heb je? These are the windows that I was talking about. We have 2 of these. And I really want to use these windows. The question right now is where, because my idea was to have them over here, like that. It would be so nice to have a workspace and then those 2 windows above it. Yeah, yes. Now we are talking, and that's way too high. No? So we measured out the length of the little bump out. And Rogier thinks that we can fit those 2 windows in. We are almost ready to pour the concrete. But of course, before we can do that, we need to make something to keep the concrete in. We are adding a lot of steel in the concrete to make sure that it is solid and very strong. On top of the concrete we are going to build little walls, and on top of the walls we are going to have all of these beautiful old windows. Ik denk dat je 60 gebroken bent.
Ja, dat denk ik ook.
Oh, it is definitely a blooper. And also, I am a little bit confused. After about a bag of 15 or 20, we finally found a nice rhythm of me bringing the bags in, Rogier mixing everything up, and me spreading everything out. And then we still had about 45 bags of concrete to go. Well, you guys, it is in the middle of the night, but it is finished. What are you doing outside, little pumpkin? Don't you think that you should be inside right now? Hey? He is not supposed to be here. Tum Tum, it's time to go to sleep. Sweet dreams.